Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Alexey, and today what we're gonna be doing is taking a look at new guitar amp from Bogren Digital. And this guitar amp is called MLC Subzero 100. First of all, let's have a listen to a short demo to understand how this guitar amp sounds. Now let's take a look at the interface of Bogren Digital guitar amp MLC Subzero 100. So first of all we have power, we can turn on or turn off our guitar amp. Then we have gate. Then we have presence. Then we have depth. Then we have gain. Then we have volume. Then we have bass. Then we have middle. Then we have treble. Then we have power amp tube model 6L6 and L34. Finally, we have our master. And finally we have channel, and our channel is divided into 3 sections. So in this case, for each section, for each channel, we can create different guitar tones and we can switch between different guitar tones. So for instance, for our first channel, we can create some guitar tone, we can do some adjustments to our guitar tone. Then for our second channel, we can create a different guitar tone. And for our third channel, again, we can create different guitar tone. And then we can switch between our channels, and in this case, we can switch between our guitar tones. have our guitar pedals. Here we have our distortion guitar pedals. So here we have Vanilla Sky, and here we have Fascination Street. Our Vanilla Sky has a level knob, which is a volume knob, a white knob, which is treble EQ control, a drive knob, which controls the amount of distortion, and we have colors knob, which is bass EQ control. And here we can turn on or turn off our Vanilla Sky guitar pedal. Let's have a listen how it sounds in action. Then we have Fascination Street guitar pedal, and it has 3 guitar knobs, such as level, again to control our volume, tone to adjust tone and character, and drive, again to control the amount of distortion. Let's have a listen how Fascination Street guitar pedal sounds. Also, you can see MLC guitar amp behind these 2 guitar pedals, and here you can adjust the settings of your guitar amp. So in this case, there is no need to go back to guitar amp section. You can do everything in one place. Now let's take a look at our guitar cab. So here we have 2 cabinets, and here we have 2 mics. We can place our mics in different positions, and we can use different angles for our mics. So in this case, by moving our mics and by using different angles for our mics, we can create our own unique guitar tone. Here we can switch between our guitar cabinets. Here we have different mics. So here we have modern cabinet mics and vintage cabinet mics. Also, we can use our own IRs again to create our own unique guitar tone. So let's use some IRs. Now, by using speaker mix, we can switch between our IRs. Here we have IRDX technology, which adds natural speaker movement, compression and distortion. So let's have a listen how it sounds. again you can adjust settings of your guitar amp without going back to guitar amp section. Then we have EQ section, so here we have our graphic EQ, and our graphic EQ has around 10 bands. We can use to EQ or to shape our guitar tone. And finally, here we have our effects section. So here we have max delay, and here we have wet reverb. Let's take a look at our max delay guitar pedal. Here we have our mix control knob. We can adjust the amount of wet or dry signal. Then we have time knob. So here we can change our time, which is in milliseconds. Then we have our feedback knob. Here we can change our feedback. Then we have sync switch, so we can sync our max delay guitar pedal to our original tempo. Then we have pin pan switch, so in this case we can create a pin pan effect. Then we have tap tempo, and finally here we have our power knob, which we can use to turn on or to turn off our max delay guitar pedal. Now let's take a look at our wet reverb guitar pedal. So here again we have our mix knob. Again we can control the amount of dry and wet signal. Then we have size knob, which sets the length and size of the reverb. Here we have low cut knob, and by using low cut we can EQ our reverb. And here we have our pre-delay knob, which sets the amount of milliseconds to wait before a reverb plays. And finally here we have our power knob. We can use to turn on or to turn off our wet reverb. When our guitar effects are on, you can see these little dots here. So in this case you will understand that our effects are on, and you can see this little dot here in our distortion guitar pedals section, and you can understand that our distortion guitar pedal is on. Here we have our A-B section, so again we can create some guitar tone, and we can switch between A and B to compare our guitar tone. Also, by using this little arrow here, we can copy our guitar tone from our A section to our B section. So now we have the same guitar tone for our A and B sections. Here we can undo our last action, and here we can redo our last action. Here we have the menu of our presets. So here we have our default preset, then we can reset everything, then we can create our own custom presets, and they will be in our My Presets folder. Then we have factory presets, then we have artists presets, then we can save as our own custom presets, and we can open preset in a folder. And here we have our preferences. So here we can turn off our subtitles and we can turn off our values. So now we don't have any subtitles here, and now we don't have any values. And also here we have our guitar tuner, so we can always tune our guitars. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video will be useful for you, and if you want to buy Bogren digital MLC Subzero 100 guitar amp, the link will be in the info box of this video. And see you next time.